Richie Thayer from Thayer's Marine for keeping me and Travis on the water. You know, when you're fishing on the Great Lakes, you're dealing with wind, waves, and opportunities for disaster. But when you buy a boat from Richie Thayer, you're on the water for every tournament, buddy.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Travis, you spit. Oh, Travis doesn't need any help. Travis doesn't need any help. Travis.
So, Katsu number 5. So we're doing a little burn and stop technique. Big time burn and stop, and they're hitting. Welcome to Smallmouth Crush. I'm Epic Eric, your host. I got to tell you, that song does it for me every time, man. When I see it, it just makes me think again about how lucky I am to be here. It's good to be back in the saddle. What's up, T-Speed? Panger. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, that's what I said. After your little fender bender, it's good to chat with you.
Man, no doubt about it, man. Spent the last 4 weeks down in the Salt in the Outer Banks, man, and that's just what I needed to heal up. That's for sure. It's good for me, man. I love it down there, man. You never know what you're going to get in the ocean, Matt. No. Battled a tarpon, caught a freaking houndfish that looks prehistoric. It looks like a giant needlefish, like 3 foot long. Yeah, it's called a hound. Dude, it's trippy, man. It's trippy. I've told this story before, but the Gulf Stream is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles offshore from these piers. And when the east wind blows, it blows that warm Gulf water in right there to the beach. You see sailfish, mahi, sharks, kudas, houndies, Spanish mackerel, freaking king mackerel. It gets goofy. Tarpon, literally tarpon. Saw 4 tarpon in one day swim right by the pier. And hooked one and fought one for about 15 minutes on a 7-foot medium action spinning rod.
I've heard this story before.
I know, dude. I know. It's worth it, though. But Matt hasn't. What's happening, Travis? How you been?
Not much. Just out there doing my thing. Catching smallmouth.
Yeah?
We went out to the Gulf Stream yesterday.
Oh, that was an adventure.
Late last night.
That was an adventure.
How far? Into you mean like way out in Lake Ontario at night?
Too far.
Yonder.
I think I knew where you were headed.
Well, so we decided to go do a little trolling last night.
Yep.
And I think Matt asked me maybe at the launch how far we're going out, and I said, like, I don't know.
He said 4 miles past the point. And so my buddy Darren's up here with me. We'll collab on this story. Yeah. And Darren goes, well, that doesn't sound that far. And I said, yeah, but we don't know where the hell that point is.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Is that spooky at night?
It must have been an underwater point, Epic Eric. Because we were in the middle of Lake Ontario, and then Travis kept zooming out his graph.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, I hope we're not going to that dot. We went to that dot.
Man, is it spooky at night out there, man, on that big water, bro? You have any light? There's no light, right? It's like a
story, yeah.
All right. 3/4 moon, maybe.
Yeah. I gotta change the mic. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. That will sound better for you guys.
Oh yeah, way better, man. Way better.
All right. So we went out a little bit, and it was dead calm. Gorgeous.
First of all, he calls and he goes, "Do you want to go catch some salmon? I've been crushing the salmon." That was quote unquote crushing the salmon with a few Lakers. Okay, continue.
Okay.
All right.
Is that not
Fair
true?
I don't remember.
I do.
Yeah, that was last night. He teased you. He got you excited.
So we got him excited. We head out, and
Badass rig.
Yeah.
Dude, the Lund is badass. Have you been out in the Lund yet, Epic Eric?
No.
Oh,
no,
dude, Travis has it. It is the sickest Lund that I've ever been in.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You know, he does it right. He spared no expense, man.
It's done right.
It's done right. And we were taking our time. We're doing 40 miles an hour out.
Yes, smooth out.
Smooth.
Like actually glass.
It was. And so I'm excited. We set up. And before we got all the lines in, the downrigger goes.
Oh.
So
and it's on.
It's on, man. I put them on fish just like I said I would. So for the next few hours, we caught a few, had some more bites, lost some. Thought we had a world record lake trout in the boat at one point.
Can we show it?
Yeah. How big's the world record?
40 pounds. This was slightly less, but that's a good laker.
That's a good laker. That's a good laker. I would think 40 pounds. That seems breakable.
I would think.
Yeah, they just caught a 12.35 largemouth bass. I mean, sure, there's got to be a laker bigger than 40. All right, so keep rolling. Wade Currents and I says 40 pounds, not the world record. Anyway, go ahead. What is the world record? New York. Okay, you said world record. That's what got people excited.
Okay.
That's why I was confused. Anyway, proceed.
So I mean, we just had a good time trying to get on some schools of salmon. We didn't mark much.
Hooked a couple.
Yep.
Hooked a couple. We were in the wrong zone, and then the wind. We had a little storm cloud brewing.
I believe you called it a squall.
A squall.
Squall.
And the waves proceeded to just keep coming, and we only had like 45 minutes before dark, and I was gonna call it, but then I was like, well, what's the point? We're here.
Right.
So we dealt with the waves. It wasn't too bad. It at one point looked like it was going to calm down, but we really wanted to get a salmon in the boat. And then right towards the end, you had a lake trout on.
I did have a lake trout.
A big lake trout.
That was unfortunate.
And you fought it for a very long time.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. It came up and I couldn't get him in the net. It was
my fault. I wanted to see the lake trout, but you had a dipsy danger.
A flasher.
A flasher.
A flasher. Yeah.
So I was supposed to walk back in the boat because you can only reel it up to it.
Sure.
Walk back like in the boat so Travis could net it. But I got it up and I wanted to see it, so I didn't walk back. And then Travis had to reach out with the net.
Yeah.
Right.
That one was on me.
Both are faults because I didn't have to net it way out there.
Yeah, no, that's true. We ended up with a treble hook in the net.
Yeah.
How big you think it was?
It was large.
20-pounder.
Oh my gosh. Salmon?
No, lake trout. But I mean,
another laker. Okay.
Lake trout was whatever the hell I caught
earlier.
Yeah, which was a pound and a half. You didn't even give me a chance for a picture.
2 pound. I asked if you wanted a picture.
No, you didn't. You literally took it off and went, "Damn it."
Well, you should have said something.
No, it was all good.
All right.
It was a hell of a trip. Like it was a badass trip, Eric. Like have you haven't done the salmon thing with Travis yet with the downriggers and the big rods and all that?
Not that. No, we fished off.
You got to do it.
We fished.
Travis has got it like. Okay, I wouldn't say he's got it dialed in.
I do now. I fixed my downrigger clamp.
You did. What was wrong with it?
I was doing it wrong. Kind of.
He did a Jed Clampett style.
Let me say this: all the pieces are there for a badass day.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool because you watch those rods, and when they come off the downrigger, they just go doo, and everyone dives for it. It's so cool.
We had a nighttime salmon fiasco. That was pretty cool. We cranked for him. I mean, it was an amazing night. But, during the picture holding session of this king salmon, I wasn't holding it correctly. And when I went to adjust my hand based on coaching from Travis, the hook jaw of the salmon raked the inside of my hand. So we had some blood. I got king salmon blood coursing through my body still. But that was a giant king salmon, dude. I mean, like catching them on a crankbait rod, like straight up crankbait rod, 12-pound test. What do you think that king salmon was? 30 pounds? It was huge.
Yeah, it was
maybe
big.
More. It was a big one.
It was big, but so we pushed it to the limits.
Yeah.
Before we picked up. And so then I could only go about 15 miles an hour back. I was going with the waves.
And
but I couldn't see anything.
Oh my gosh.
So I wasn't sure, I kind of judged it. It was such a long ride to even get back to land.
Probably 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Were you getting worried at all?
No.
Only when I almost went overboard.
Well,
wait a minute.
Are we telling this story?
Yeah, there was a point when I wished Matt had a life jacket on.
Always wear your life jacket.
I had one.
We should have put one on.
I had one.
Not on.
Well, I had it over my leg.
Right.
I was sitting on it, but I had it through my leg in case I went over. I still had a life jacket with me in the water.
You didn't have it in your hands when you started tipping over, though.
No, so one hit us like this way, and then he speared one this way.
Oh my gosh! And
it stopped the boat.
And
wow!
I've got an LVS 34 transducer imprint on my spine right now.
Oh my God! Yeah, show it. Show it. That's crazy.
I have such a bad farmer's tan. I'm kind of self-conscious about that.
Don't worry.
Right. Plus that tattoo back there.
Like an LVS 34, like directly, like right here on my back.
Yeah, we need a picture of that. I mean, I think that's something you should post.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to capture that memory, dude.
You want to see it?
So I saw it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like a different color of purple today.
Oh my God!
The wind got knocked out of you.
Oh yeah, knocked out of me.
Holy hell! You took a serious hit, bro.
Oh yeah, he did.
But
we got back.
No, we were good. He's a good boat driver.
Well,
no, he really is. Like he knows what he's doing. That's why he's a freaking guide out here.
It's true. No, he's a good driver.
I had no qualms.
Well, the problem is I wanted room in the boat, so I left all the seats back at the house. I didn't put the seats in the boat, so they were just sitting on a cooler.
Oh,
that was part of the problem.
Yeah, that's tough. Nothing to hold on to, and it's not stable.
It was an experience. Like I'll take a deep spine bruise for that experience.
I'd like to get back out there, but
would you?
It's addicting to some degree.
You like it. You like that trolling.
Yeah.
It's something new.
Right.
Well, you used to do it with walleye. How is salmon/laker trolling different than walleye trolling? Is it the same kind of setup with the downriggers and the dip?
It's a lot of equipment and bigger gear, and sometimes it's work. I don't think I was able to relax yet. I had a couple minutes.
No, you had a couple 15-minute sections. But then you weren't relaxed because you were like, why won't they salmon bite?
Right.
So no salmon in the boat.
No.
Do they move?
We hooked one. We had one on.
Do they move? Like, I mean, they're obviously chasing bait. What is the habitat
I'm not sure how the thermocline, bait fish, obviously different wind patterns. That changes things. I was on some good marks. But
you mean you were seeing them last night?
No, I was in an area that was holding fish earlier
I got it.
Today.
And you're using your down imaging, down scan. What are you using when you're saying you saw those good marks, Travis?
I don't know what it is.
Look at that butt. What is that? That was on my neck.
It came out of your LVS bruise, man. You got creatures. Oh, you dropped him. What is that? A silverfish? I can't tell.
Anyways, we were in 145 feet of water, and we were trolling between one 100 and
What are you gonna do with it?
140. Throw in that trash can.
Well, he's still alive. He'll just climb out.
Oh,
Yeah, throw them outside.
who cares?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Made
cool.
back late. I think what time did you leave my house? 11:30?
Yeah.
11? Yeah.
So you stayed out, came back.
It was worth it. It was a
Yeah.
cool experience.
Yeah.
Like a thank you.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
That's trippy.
Dude, what I'm thinking, Travis needs to offer 1 day smallmouth, 1 day walleye, 1 day salmon and lake trout. A 3-day Lake Ontario experience.
Helibass wants to know, was that the Lost Laker Master Angler? What's the Master Angler on lake trout?
Lengthwise, it was the one that I lost.
Would have done it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because I caught a Master Angler walleye lengthwise today.
Today?
Yeah.
How many inches was it? 28?
It was way longer than my 25-inch bump board.
Wow. What is the what's the Master Angler thing? Is that like a citation for New York, or is that like a national thing? I never heard of it.
I'm not sure.
In Fisherman? You never done the In Fisherman Master Angler Awards,
I
Epic
don't
Eric?
think- Maybe.
No, bro, man. I get it.
Oh,
I get
dude,
it, fisherman. What is
all
it? Seriously?
All I tried to do growing up was catch Master Anglers. Yeah.
Really? Oh, so
Yeah.
they have, is it per state?
Can you pull it up?
So like
Yeah.
for your state, they have certain.
No,
it's gotta
for
be certain-
regions. For regions.
Oh, region. Okay, like
Yeah.
northeast, southeast.
So
Yeah,
Matt
I got
Steffen
you.
and I are spending 10 days in late October, early November. We're going to try to catch every Master Angler species and travel across the country, no sleep for 10 days.
Who's doing that?
Me and Matt Steffen.
No sleep for 10 days? Don't end up like me, bro.
There it is right there. So they're one
What
of the
region are we?
region where you're in the Great Lakes region.
Oh, so we're region number 5.
Region 5.
So region 5. I wish you could blow this
You
thing
can.
up. How?
You can blow your oh you're a Mac guy.
How do you do
There's
that?
no way you can blow the screen up.
No, let's just try to read. Smallmouth bass. They have to be region 5. 5.5 pounds
Yeah.
You got a Master Angler.
or 21 inches?
Yeah.
We do that
We got
every day.
that.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
So you got a Master Angler.
Walleyes 10 or 30.
10 pounds?
Yeah.
We
You got
can
a
do that.
Master. You can
Okay,
do that.
where's that lake trout?
Lake trout's 30,
16.
16 pounds.
Oh
Yep.
shit. We got that.
Yeah. No.
Uh-huh. All right. What about a perch? I'm just curious. Give me the perch one. Yellow
28.
perch.
We can do that.
Yellow perch.
Perch would be
Pound
2
and a
pounds.
half.
That's pretty big.
2 pounds.
You got those, Travis?
Yeah.
What about
Crappie, we can
largemouth?
do that too. Largemouth. What would be a largemouth?
Yeah.
6.5.
Pretty stout.
Doable. We're
I
gonna
got the Master Angler walleye today.
100%,
yeah,
man.
like a little you get a patch you just like sew on your load it to the cork shirt or what?
No, yeah, you get a patch.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, a patch or a certificate.
What do you do with it? Just hanging on the wall?
Oh, you put it on your vest when
That's
you go
pretty-
fishing. If you
that's
have a
pretty-
fishing vest, I don't know.
That's. Do you got fishing vest, Eric?
Man, you know I did, man. I don't think I still have it though.
Each
I
region
remember it was a tan one, dude, with a bass patch on it. Yeah, man. Some lure
suitable.
patches. That would be
Maybe
cool if we could
do
break
our
out
own.
our old vest. You know,
Lord.
like, yeah, man. Buy a vest and start like doing it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
Anyway,
they still
so-
send those patches out, Matt.
what's that?
They still send the patches out for real.
Yeah, no, we had Thomas from In Fisherman on BTO like last month. And like we're literally going across the country from California to upstate New York in October and November. We're going to try to catch all the species available in 10 days.
For real. You're doing this.
100%. Like
We're-
it's
we're-
a done deal. Like we're recording it. We have a videographer, the whole 9 yards.
Where are you gonna catch a red ear sunfish?
That's
Have
incredible. Dang, that's incredible. What a great trip.
the grass part might be a little tough.
That might.
Sounds like something I wanted to do.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Well, later tonight we're gonna have a little. I'll give you guys a rundown. Here's how it's gonna go tonight.
What do we got?
We're gonna have apparently the New York State record largemouth was broken over the past week, and we're gonna have them on talking about it. So we're gonna go into detail, and then we're actually gonna be ending early, and we invite all the viewers to head on over to BTL to watch the rest of the program over
Right.
there.
Jim Britton,
Nice. I
Jim
dig it.
Britton.
12.5-pound largemouth out of Cayuga.
That's unbelievable is what it is. Does that shock you, Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? What is that fish eating in Cayuga to get that big? And how old is that fish?
I don't know. Alewives.
Alewives. Okay, that makes sense. The alewife population must be pretty stout. Dang.
Seen that thing on a bed?
No. That's ridiculous. I can't wait to hear the story, man. That's just a freak. Okay, we'll get the details when they come on, man. I cannot wait. Anthony Guy says, what portal did they pull that fish from, Travis?
Years.
What?
We're just wondering how old it'll be. We'll see. They might have a good idea.
Yeah, I mean the biologist, I don't did they release the fish, so I don't know, did they get a scale? How will they know how old that fish is?
They had to have taken a scale from that fish.
Sure.
Yeah. How do you do that? Just like get some tweezers from your
maybe
dope kit?
So I did fish the ABA last weekend because new rule change says you have to be with a family member or by yourself during official practice, which I was guiding.
You didn't fish the ABA?
Did not.
Oh, what? That's a new rule?
But I saw Coop at the Cape Vincent boat ramp and told him he should fish it. And
he did good.
He won the thing.
Well, what the heck? Oh, Wade Kearns and I just said there's gobies in Cayuga as well. Anyway, keep going, Travis. What won it?
26.
26 won it?
Yeah.
Dang, that's solid. Was that was Cayuga?
No, that was out here.
Oh, got it. Okay, 26.
I guess there's a BFL this weekend. I don't know the whole rules. Hopefully I can enter that. I think you have to stay in the river. I'm not sure though.
You excited about staying in the river? You been spending any time in it?
Yeah, river was a little tough today for me.
Okay. Did you stay in because of the wind?
I should have went to the lake today.
Oh, why?
Yeah, that was pretty bad because I put it in Cape Vincent.
So, oh yeah, well I was up there.
At the end of the day, it was rolling.
Yes. All right, lake is off limits, so
they were flabbergasted.
Who was?
That's what this says in the article on
Oh.
Outdoor Life. They were
Okay.
flabbergasted. The size of the bass.
Have you ever been flabbergasted?
I have been flabbergasted for
That's
sure.
it, right there.
That's a great word.
They were flabbergasted.
I like that word.
Flabbergasted is a good word, man. That's a 50 center. Yeah, flabbergasted. We got to look at the origins. They should call a lure the flabbergaster. The flabbergaster. Yeah.
So, anyways, might do the BFL if I feel like it.
All right.
Saturday, but
You
I got
feeling good about your shot? Feel like you've got enough fish located to?
I haven't made a cast yet this year, really.
Oh, so it'd be like fishing for the first time, but you've been finding them, right? You do what you do.
Man, we hit 40 spots today.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Maybe not 40, at least 25.
That's still a lot.
You saw me in Cape and way past Clayton.
I saw you 3 times today.
Oh,
He was running around.
You were working.
I gave you the wave.
You were working. I didn't want to.
You could have pulled in right next to me.
I know, but you were doing the
I would-
education thing. You were teaching. You had people up there. You were showing them what was going on, how it worked. I didn't want to get in the way.
I went to.
I just kept rolling.
Yeah. you should've-
Nice. Matt, what was your best 5 today?
19.
What was your best 5 today, Travis? Did you weigh him?
I didn't weigh him, so I wouldn't know.
Okay. Matt, did you weigh yours?
Yes.
Okay.
I think after 3 days a year, of course I'm going to weigh them.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. All right.
What's 4.5 times 5?
22.
22.
Yeah, let's call it.
22. I got you. What was your technique?
Our biggest
What-
today, 4.9.
Yeah.
How are you catching yours, Matt?
Drop shot and Travis's jig.
I gotcha.
I throw Travis's jig. My buddy Darren threw a drop shot all day.
10-4. That's a nice 1-2 punch, man.
That's what you were doing, right? Jigging?
Throwing the football, we lost at least 15 today.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Fish.
15 jigs.
Oh yeah. How do you
That's
keep them? Like, I mean,
brutal.
literally, like you make one drift and they're just the line is just chewed. And I'm using 12.
You can reel up and go get it. I'm talking on a snag.
Yeah.
You get
No,
it
I've
every time.
I've
Do you
done that
bring
with Travis.
drift though?
No,
No.
That's really frustrating.
Fine after every drift.
I ain't got time for that.
You get.
I know it catches them, but man, it's frustrating being snagged a lot.
I try not to lose them.
I know you don't. Look, you chased a bunch of jigs down with me that one time. Remember, we were trying to shoot those videos when the jig first was in prototype development. I mean, we only had like 3 or 4 of them. We had to go get them.
Man,
Holy moly, that was like a lot of work.
days.
Oh, dude, like powering that 250 up in that current, that was just chucking.
Yeah.
Sit down, we gotta go get it.
Well,
Yeah, good stuff, man. Well, Panger, you are rolling, dude.
we'll see what tomorrow brings.
We're going to.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have to drop them off at the airport.
Oh, fish in the morning.
Yeah. Because it's going
Who you fishing? Panger, who you fishing with again?
My buddy Darren, when I was like 14,
Yeah.
and I was at in the Assumption Bass Club, he was the only dude who was like, "Hey, you can fish with me all year." So I've known him for the past 25 years.
Wow, that's cool. And so he traveled up with you? You guys flew in together?
Yeah, yeah. No, he fished the co-angler side at St. Clair, and then
Oh, wow.
here, and then because he'd never been up here, and I was like, "Dude, you got to see Thousand Islands."
Yeah.
And then, dude, I took him from the tip of Wolf Island.
You gave him the scenic tour?
I took him from the tip of Wolf Island all the way past. Where's that place I like to fish?
Oh, south of the bay or east of the bay.
Yeah. What town is that?
Brockville?
Yeah, past Brockville. All yesterday on a weekend on the St. Lawrence. It's a little rough.
And how did he like it?
He loved it. Like, I mean, dude, if you've never been here, like the castles are badass.
They're pretty dang cool for sure.
And everywhere you stop, you at least catch something.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. How did he do in his tournament? How did he like being a co-op there?
He had 3 for 10 the first day, and he was in like 40th out of 180 on the co.
Okay. Yeah.
Second day, he drew a dude who was like dialed in. I think he had like 23 and a half, and he had like 12 bites on a spy bait, and he landed 147 and dumped 3 or 4 more 4.5 pounders. Thing.
No, you're kidding me.
Finishing 100th.
What
At the end of the day,
heck?
spy bait off and just chucked it.
No.
That was like,
So did he change the hooks? Not to get too technical. Did you ask him any questions about?
yeah, so he changed spy baits, he changed the hooks,
What's
and he
spy
changed the duo reality.
You don't have to change the hooks on that.
But he did after he lost a
He's
bunch.
got to have the right rod. What kind of rod was he using?
He was throwing a 7.6 medium action.
Medium light, bud.
Medium light is what you need.
Central Illinois, the 7.6 medium light doesn't really come into play much
Huh.
unless you're
True.
crappie fishing. So, I mean, he had like the right stuff. He had, I think, 10-pound braid on, 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, high quality drag on the reel, you know, $250 reel, 7 medium action rod, sticky sharp hooks.
Well,
Are there not some times on that where it just doesn't happen?
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
Especially with a treble hook bait, man.
I've been using the spy bait deep 30 to 40 foot
And
this year.
using the FX one, Travis?
No.
You're just counting that regular one down for 40 minutes?
No, it goes quick.
I know. I'm just kidding. Nice. And it's working.
My guide trip on, who'd I have? The guys from Louisiana. We caught a couple on it.
Okay. That's fun to wind a little bit.
Some of the pieces of structures I pull up on the fish were suspended up 5-10 feet over 30. And so
That's perfect.
and they definitely shot up to go take a look at that bait. Not all of them bit, but we got a few to bite.
Yeah, nice. What's your setup? Is it 10-pound braid or 8-pound braid?
5.
5-pound braid with Matt. You hearing this? 5-pound braid, not even 8. 5-pound braid on the spy bait. Use an 8-pound leader or 6-pound leader.
I like an 8 because I don't like the that's a big piece of metal to tie that onto.
Sure
that
is.
makes sense.
It does make sense. Yep. Are you a Duo Realis guy, or
I
have
am.
you expanded?
I have not expanded.
What's your flavor? Do you throw perchy types? Do you throw goby patterns, or do you throw like shadow patterns?
With an exaggerated orange belly.
Yeah. So, well, you actually take a Sharpie or nail polish and heat it up a little bit.
Nail polish.
Make it hotter. You're welcome. Awesome, dude.
Your spy baits.
The belly, you have to have orange if you want to catch them up here. Perch.
That's
Perch-tastic, man.
It's the Johnsons, they'll tell you.
Oh, that's why I've caught 2 on a spy bait up here.
It's just
It's just how it is, man. They eat a lot of perch.
you get the shallow bite's been non-existent. Like you got to really.
Are you kidding me? The shallow bite's been non-existent.
I shouldn't say that. It's been hard. A lot more teaching than catching lately.
Okay.
It's like mossy.
It is mossy, yes.
And it's odd moss.
Moss Central.
It truly is. I think because of that warm winter, right? You didn't get a hard freeze, right? So it just grew.
It jumps on here in a second too.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of nutrients maybe in the water as well. Who knows?
What was
Crazy.
that on our salmon lines? Sea lice?
Oh, sea flies?
Sea lice.
Fleas?
No, it's lice.
Fleas.
Sea fleas?
Sea fleas.
I never heard of a sea flea, but I've heard of a sea lice.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sea flea?
Comment.
Right.
All right, guys. Who's heard of a sea flea
I literally
versus a sea lice?
yeah.
Sea flea? Maybe there is a sea flea. Sand fleas? No, they eat sand fleas.
They're sea fleas.
What the hell is a sea flea? Brian Wisniewski wants to know. Travis making up new genomes. Sea lice.
If you troll deep, you accumulate this organism.
Are they alive?
Yeah, it's like a jellyfish, but not.
It's like a quarter-size lump of it.
Yeah,
It's a sea lice.
It gets stuck on your rod tip when you're reeling in the.
Oh, it's like jellyfish. Yeah. Anthony Guy says lizard people enjoy a bowl of sea fleas. Travis, you ain't laughing much tonight. What is going on? Didn't that strike you as funny?
Yeah. My sense of humor's been lacking.
Why?
I don't know.
You're just focused. You're in guide mode.
Supposed to be the summer of
Is that the same truck you got?
I guess.
It's supposed to be the summer of what?
I don't know. It's just I love this time of year and I'm just not able to I just forget how busy I get. We all are.
I got you.
You're busy as heck.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? How do you
Sounds like Matt's busy having fun.
I just needed, like, seriously, now in fishing, you need a drop shot, which is becoming less and less effective because everyone's doing it now.
For real.
You need a minnow. You need actually 3 different minnows. So you need a drop shot. You need 3 minnows.
Can you walk me through the minnows and why?
Yeah, you need a small
different weight.
You need a small heavy. So there's like a punching minnow, which I would consider like a small heavy minnow with like a 3/8 ounce. That's a reaction bite to where you're just bombing it on their heads, and they eat it as it goes past. You need like a big minnow on a light jig head to like shake over. This is nationwide, like shallow brush.
Yeah.
Like they were doing in the MLF at Santee.
Okay.
And then you need like a standard minnow, which I would say is like a 3/16 ounce head on a 4-inch minnow. And that's like your standard minnow.
I like the standard. I'm all standard.
Matt's just telling you what you need, Travis, not what you like.
Just in general.
In general.
Well, this is what I would have up here. I would have a light 1/8 ounce head, and then I would have a 3/8. And I feel like I'm good.
What minnow are you putting on it? You're gonna let me buy 3 of those packs.
We can't talk about the minnow, but we do like the drop worm or the drop minnow.
Yep.
The hover.
Have you used that new one yet?
Yeah. What's wrong with the Z2, the baby Z2?
It doesn't go like that.
It doesn't have
No wobble to it.
Depends on what you do.
You can just shake it above their head too.
Smallmouth wise.
Okay. There's only one bait you need, but we're not talking about it.
Mm.
Would that be accurate?
Does it rhyme with Pacamata?
No. Would that be accurate?
It could be.
No,
Really?
it's like 2 or 3.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Well, it's a good thing you're not on the elites
That's right.
because you ain't got them. All right. Interesting. What else, Travis?
That's it. I think we can begin the second half of the show if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, man. Just
Oh shoot.
what happened?
Sorry, John. I didn't mean to do that to you.
You banned the wrong person.
Oh no.
You banned the wrong person. Could they even see you just apologized?
I don't know.
Are they like done?
I don't know.
Can you do it?
Unban them?
Yeah. Or is it like just for a time?
It's time.
Yeah.
Somebody got timed out? Who did you time out?
I don't know. We have moderators that help us out.
Moderators?
Moderators. All right. Anyways, Eric, what's new at the Bass Lab?
I've been in the salt, man. So I got Burnsy. Yeah.
You catching them on
That's
stuff
it,
you
man.
make in the salt, Eric?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, man. There's so like when the water gets a certain color green when that east wind is blowing, the Spanish mackerel, for some reason, crazy to me, they respond to a pink top, like hot pink top, polka dot with a white belly. Well, fuck it, Travis. I'm sorry to bore you to tears. Shut up, man. Get in the game, dude. Anyway,
right.
so you just Sharpie it up, man. That's all. So I made some on the pier, man, and it worked, and turned a kid on who never caught a Spanish. And he was pretty pumped, man. Yeah, he caught his first 2
Do
Spanish.
you go wire leader or heavy mono on the Spanish?
30 pound, and it doesn't matter. They're going to cut it. If you use wire, there's this really super thin wire that some people use. But even 30-pound gammon, man, they slice it like it's nothing. It's crazy. Yeah. So it's a gas down there, man. I love the pier scene. It's really cool, man. Yeah. Travis, thanks for all the questions. I know you're curious about what I do down there. I could be down there for 4 weeks and you wouldn't ask me a fucking question, dude. What is up with you?
In all fairness, I don't think Travis has ever asked me a question either.
I know, dude. It's just you could be extremely painful sometimes.
You
It's
asked
like,
a lot
dude,
of questions last night.
Well, yeah, I asked
Oh my
questions.
gosh.
Well, what the hell am I supposed
I
to
just
do?
want
I
to
want to
enjoy
know
my
what's
time
going
on the
on.
water and catch a fish.
I want to know what the hell's going on. I want to know why you're putting the dipsy doodle on the diver and why you've got the flash thing in pink.
So many questions.
Listen,
yeah,
how do you learn if you don't ask questions, right, Eric?
that's exactly right, man. It's the Socratic method of earning. Socrates, Travis. What do you know about Socrates?
I just thought we could talk just normal conversations, but you kept drilling me on stuff.
What did I drill you on?
Like everything, all the setup, where does salmon live? You know, how big do they get? Will they bite that? Does it get better at right before dark? I don't know what you're asking. You're asking a lot. It's fine. I didn't mind. I answered everything.
I'm pretty sure he used me and Darren as like a test pilot guide trip.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He kept
Yeah,
saying that.
You want some gushers?
No.
Some of them
Nice.
are red, some of them
I'm trying to eat clean.
those are clean. They're fruit.
Just fruit?
Yeah.
No carbs, no sugar?
Fruit flavored, see?
Oh, fruit flavor. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right, let's talk about the new New York State record, Eric.
All red.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We got Len and we got Jim.
What's going on?
Welcome, gentlemen.
How we doing?
Well,
Awesome.
How's it going?
Good.
we had a little adventure not too long ago. We'd love to talk to you a little bit about it, but we want to set this up because you're going to be joining Matt on Bass Talk Live after this live show, which we encourage everyone to look for. So what do we want to? How do we want to work this?
Dude, I'm using your studio, so it's up to you.
We should have maybe talked about this beforehand then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or planning.
We want to do a plug or like a deep dive here?
Did you already? Do you already got the mount of that thing behind you?
No, that's a smallie from a while ago.
It's impressive, man. It's kind of shrunk, but hey, man, congratulations.
Right?
A quarter of the size of that one.
Well, how about this?
Let's go through like the ambience and all that
Wait
stuff.
a second, Len and Jim. Let's
Well,
hear your stories.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
There you go.
Introduce yourselves.
Appreciate it. Go ahead, Lenny. You kick it off.
My name's Len Speed. I'm from just outside of Philadelphia.
Didn't you have a
I
yogurt
fish with Elite Force Bassmasters. I'm the vice president over there. And this all started, our club went up and fishing a team regional District 3 event. And Jim made it happen.
Right.
Got
So
it.
were you guys in the same boat?
We weren't when the catch happened, but Lenny joined me for like the release and to get some really good media on it because he's the
Is Len like your publicist?
He is,
like,
man.
set you up with an Instagram account and reach out and all that. Like, is he like your hype man?
He's the dude. I'm telling you right now. Like, if anybody's watching and they need help with that stuff, that's the guy to talk to.
I like it. Nice, man.
Yeah, he had me in there changing all kinds of settings and stuff. Like, hey, man, like, you know, if you want to get more views, you gotta do this, and you don't want your profile to look like that. You got to change this. So, dude knows what's up.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
All right.
Congratulations.
So you were on Cayuga. You were practicing for a tournament.
Yeah. So our club was attending the TBF team regional. You know, and that's kind of a deal where all the TBF clubs in the state, they send 6-man teams, right? 3 boaters, 3 riders.
Yep.
And you can send, Len, is it 2 or 3 at the max? I don't recall.
Yeah, I believe 3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, most clubs send like 1 to 2. We were sending 2 this year, so you know, I fished well enough last year to qualify for Team 1, which is usually your guys who qualify and whatnot. Team 2 is usually like the volunteers. So was doing some homework, you know, leading into that whole deal, and found an area that was like really, really close to where Hackney won in 14. And one thing that I remember about that tournament was that deeper grass, that deeper hydrilla was a big player for him. So, you know, I like to get away from crowds, you know, and for that tournament, most of the crowds are up north. Okay. And the north end of the lake's great too. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to just find something a little bit different. You know, so I did some homework and, you know, got out on the water on Thursday. I fished the first part of the morning alone, and my plan was to actually launch and head straight down there. But you know, you get running down the lake and you see something juicy, you want to stop, right? And that's exactly what I did. So fished a bunch of stuff I knew up north early in the morning. You know, and then the guy that rode with me, he wasn't able to make it on tonight. He had some work stuff going on, but Dave Ruark, Panger, he's a Bay hammer. So next time you guys come,
Nice.
you gotta talk to him. Not that Travis doesn't know. I mean, Travis, I know you used to guide down there, so you know your way around too. But
Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last time we were there, Travis gave me one waypoint, and he said, "I don't care what boat you are, go there, power pull down, and don't leave for 8 hours."
And how'd that go?
Yeah.
I think I finished 80th. Pretty standard. 200.
Wait a second.
Yeah. That's a Bay hammer for you.
Okay, there's more to the story.
Pete Glusick was 40 yards from me.
He didn't know exactly where to stay the whole time.
No, I was
I would
Good advice.
advise
because Pete Lusick said I wanted to be where you were, but I couldn't because you never left for 8 hours. And I said, yeah, because Travis Manson told me not to. And he's like, well, that's a good spot. And I was like, it was for my
Powerful down
for 11.
for 8 hours. Oh my
Both
God.
days.
That's the worst advice I've
it-
ever heard on the bay.
Listen, it's a grinder down there all the time, especially when you get into the summer. But
For
I don't know.
sure.
I've learned to kind of embrace that grind, you know.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Back to
So yeah, Dave gave me a call. He got up there around 11 o'clock, and I ran back to the ramp. He jumped on my boat, and we were idling out of the marina. And he's like, "Hey man, where are we going?" And I said, "Well, there's a spot down south I really want to check." I said, "I haven't spent any time there, haven't done anything, haven't touched it. You know, I just want to go see what it's about. I feel like there could be some good potential to get away from crowds and get around some good fish." So made the run down. It was like 10, 12 miles. Got down there and we started fishing probably a couple hundred yards away from where the catch actually happened. You know, we got in there. I kind of was zigzagging back and forth, looking for that weed edge, and we found it. I think it was in about 18 foot, and it was kind of going in and out between 18 and 20 for a little while. We worked our way down the grass edge. We were just you know, fishing the edge. Caught a small keeper. I think he caught a little bullhead cat off of that weed edge, and you know, we were working our way down and started kind of noticing that it was cutting in tighter and tighter to the bank the closer we got to this point. So you know, as we approached this point, you know, I'm scanning with my live, you know, and I'm not looking at fish. I'm just trying to make sure we're staying on that grass edge, see if I see any rock or any other kind of structure in there. You know, we're approaching this point, and I kind of scan around, and I realized like the grass had cut real tight into the bank, and then it swang out onto this point. So we kicked the trolling motor out and kind of went out on the deep side of this point and worked our way in tighter on the point. And you know, the top of the point was almost like a flat. It was like 8 to 10 foot, had a mix of coontail and hydrilla on it. So we just worked our way in tighter. As we were working our way in, I caught a 6. Most guys would have been like, okay, you know, we're done, we're rolling out. But I don't know, for some reason, I just kept fishing. And a couple casts later, man, it happened. So
Well,
fired my Senko out. I was using go ahead, Travis.
Well, I wanted.
Are we gonna?
I was
talk
gonna
about like the bait.
I was going to say the
setup
bait
on
and the
BTL.
setup and the feelings and the emotions and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when we were out deeper,
Yeah, I like that. That's a good tease.
good tease. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we were out deeper, we were fishing like Texas rig, like speed worms, Senkos. Dave was actually cranking a little bit out on that deep grass edge, but
You know
I
what?
always
Get into what it is, and we'll do on BTL what happened after you caught it. You can't leave that detail out because he's about talking about why he's doing what he's doing.
All right.
BTL will talk
Right.
about how it all went down after, because that's just as exciting.
All right.
as
I
to,
like that.
My
Okay.
God, 12
All
pounder. What do we do now? So
Yeah.
Did you
Dive
catch? Did you catch the 6 on the same technique that you caught the record on?
I did, yeah. So as we got in tighter and we got into that like 8 to 10 foot depth range, my confidence bait is, you know, when I'm around grass like that, I always keep a wacky rig Senko, and I know you'll appreciate this, Banger. Tied on, man. It's just, you know, I learned that from the bay, and I've made it work in other areas too. So just working it through the grass, and that's how I caught the 6. You know, then a couple casts later, you know, I fired that Senko out. I was working it back to the boat, and I mean, it was almost to the boat.
No
I was
way.
literally getting ready to reel in and fire out another cast.
Oh my God.
So
No
just
way.
right. And when I set the hook, like something just didn't feel right. I thought I was either snagged on the bottom, caught up in the grass, I didn't know what the hell was going on because I set the hook and the rod just stops and nothing moved. Instantly doubled over.
Huh.
And I was like, man, like I almost like let slack in it and tried to rip it, like
No!
when you're snagged.
Oh my God.
And there was that split second where I was like,
Yeah.
man, and then it started to kind of surge and pull, and it felt like a head shake, and I was like, I don't know, man, and Dave's like, you got one? I said, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it's a bass. It doesn't feel like a bass. It's not fighting like a bass. It's just, there's something weird about it. So felt a couple head shakes, felt it starting to kind of dig down into that grass under the boat. So I just started putting pressure on her. She kept digging, and mind you, I got the setup sitting right here. I'll pull it out in a second. I was using a rod that was built for Ned rigs. Like,
oh my God,
kind of thing. Yeah.
Holy hell.
So she's digging down in the grass, right? And I realized, like, okay, if I'm going to land this fish, because she's getting under the boat, I'm going to have to get my line out on the other side of the boat. And, I stepped out on the bow and kind of walked my rod around the trolling motor a little bit. And she kept digging and digging. And then she makes a run straight away from the boat. And when she made the run, as she got to the end of that run, she kind of came up close to the surface. And we could see across her back.
Holy shit.
And Dave was like, oh my God, dude. He said, it's like another 6. I was like, I think it's bigger, man. I think it's bigger, but I can't tell. And right as I said that, she kind of turns over on her side, and we saw how wide she was. And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, I don't know what that is. I'm getting the net. I'm getting the net. And, hang on, buddy. Can you say hi?
Hi there.
So she rolls over on her side. We got a good look at her, and since she was close to the surface, I just kept that good steady pressure on her, and she kind of got her head up a little bit. She did a real hard head shake and kind of jumped, and it was like a jump and like a kind of a tail walk right across the front of the boat, man. And I mean, my heart's like pounding out of my chest now because I saw how big it was. And I just kept that good steady pressure on it, and Dave came in clutch, with that net job. So, yeah, we got it in the boat, and it was just like, oh my God, I think it's a 10, we're not sure, but we were trying to be discreet because there was other competitors close to us practicing. So yeah.
Prior to that, have you caught a bigger largemouth elsewhere?
No, not even close, man. My PB was
before that.
My PB was a 7-1 out of a farm pond close to where I grew up. So I mean, to look at that fish in a net in my boat, I couldn't really wrap my head around how to even judge its size.
It's extraordinary.
Because I'd never seen anything like that before.
Len, did you see it in person?
Yeah.
What was your first thought? Like when we'll get into this also on BTL, but like, what was your first thought when you saw the fish?
So they actually FaceTimed me because Dave was like, I have to tell somebody. Nobody else was answering. It was a slow time of the practice, and I was just on my phone holding a Senko in the grass. Not a big fan of it, but I'm sitting there. Next thing you know, and Dave usually never calls like when he's out fishing. We'll always have group chats going, see how everybody's making out. Dave never answers. He calls me. I'm like, I guess we'll save that one for BTL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. My
Lord.
reaction when I saw it, pretty much I thought when Dave told me before he FaceTimed me, when he called me, I was like, you're totally lying. There is absolutely no way that you just caught that fish out of Cayuga Lake in New York. And yeah, I seen it on FaceTime, and I was running around the boat I was on trying to show the guy Ray who my boat was. I'm like, Ray, look.
Were you out fishing on Cayuga too then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
same derby?
Did you run over there?
No, my boater. I kept trying to drop hints, but I don't think my boater was falling for it for a little bit. So once I said, "Hey, DNR or DEC, whatever they are," I was like, "Oh, they just got to the ramp," and he's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So he's like, "We'll go check it out."
Good stuff. So the actual bait then was like the actual bait setup, like the exact. What was it?
You want to see it? I got it right here. The one that caught the fish.
Yeah.
It was just a Senko. So I'm trying to channel my inner Uncle Frank here. Hold on. So that's the actual bait that caught her.
The actual Senko?
Huh.
That is the Senko.
Bro, that needs to be like
awesome, dude.
that needs to be in a Ziploc with a Notary Public.
Heck yeah, man. Is that June bug, dude?
It's their variation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
June bug rocks, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, so you said it's on a Ned rig, a rod that you had built for Ned rigging, like a custom stick or one that you bought. I'm so curious.
It is a custom. It's a Rain Shadow Immortal.
Oh yeah, Rain Shadow Blank. Yeah, for sure.
It's a 610 medium.
Okay.
Extra
Man,
fast.
That's crazy. And what pound braid did you have on? And what pound leader did you have on? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Like light.
Straight fluoro.
No, so this is 20-pound J braid.
Okay.
It's in that gray color. I was trying something different.
Okay.
Been like 8-pound mono.
Right.
No, it was down to a 12-pound Abrazex leader. I tie about a 20-foot leader just because that buoyancy of the braids affect the action of my bait.
That makes sense. A lead guard?
Oh yeah, here. This was
what is the hook now? We gotta know.
Yeah, so it's a Trocar. It's the Neko rig hook.
Oh yeah.
And I like the Trocars because the weed guard is super flexible.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't really get in the way.
It's super fine, right? Indeed.
It is. Yeah, it's like a really light plastic almost. So
it is. Yep.
So hold on a sec.
We can see it. You had it there.
So that's the hook right there.
Yeah, man. Kind of got that O'Shaughnessy bend. Is that the hook?
No, the hook that's in the truck still. I didn't grab it. I just grabbed the bait.
Okay. Nice.
But I'm going to incorporate both of those when I get a replica made. So
heck yeah, man.
We're gonna preserve that.
Wow. And what's the reel?
It's a Daiwa Exceller.
Okay.
Not super expensive.
No.
I guess that's kind of why I've been leaning towards Daiwa lately. I feel like you can kind of go more middle of the road and still get a really good product. So that was the setup. I mean, it wasn't anything fancy.
Who made the stick for you, or did you make your own?
No, so a buddy of mine, his name's Jake Denny, and he's back home where I grew up. I grew up fishing like the Three Rivers. I grew up close to like where Becker was from.
Oh wow.
He has a small side business. It's JPD Custom Fishing Rods. I don't know if you guys. It's probably backwards.
Yeah, he's got to be so stoked. I mean, how stoked is he right now?
Was he pretty pumped?
Oh my God, yeah. He was fired up, man.
That's once in a lifetime, man. That's amazing.
What I thought was going to be like a couple-minute phone call, because usually, when I call him and he's at work, it's like a hey, let me call you back kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he said that at first, and I was like, hey, I just want to tell you, man, like I think I just might have caught the New York State record. And he's like, what? What? He's like, hang on a second, He's like, I got a couple minutes, just hang on. So it actually turned into like a 20-minute conversation. And he's like, what rod was it on? And I was like, it was on that Ned rig rod, man, So
hell yeah, dude.
It was wild. It's 12-pounder approved. So
yeah, those Rain Shadow blanks are nice, man. I use those.
They are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a couple for the salt, man, that I had Nathan Pruitt build me down there, tied sticks. So good stuff.
That was my first Rain Shadow blank, and I'm like super impressed with that. I do like it a lot.
They're good.
Yeah, they are.
Was it hooked good? Like, I mean, was it like
no way, dude.
No. So we got the fish into the boat, and we had that couple second of like the shock and awe, right?
Oh yeah.
I reached down into the net and I grabbed the fish, and I went to grab the hook, and I barely put any pressure on it, and it slipped out. So what I did was I hooked her in the roof of the mouth.
Yeah.
It was like a skin hook. And you could see where it was actually tearing because it was like that long, and that hook point was still just hanging on to that little bit of skin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Where did those balloons come from? Did you see the balloons?
I don't know. I just saw that.
Yeah, we've had that issue.
Dude, I've got.
Look at that. What the hell is going
No, I'm
on?
having that on BTL. I'm getting thumbs up that just show up on the screen randomly, and I don't know how.
It's been an
I just had fireworks and balloons, man. I mean, there you go. I don't. What the hell? I don't know.
I'm doing
Maybe
that.
it's based off your reaction, Eric. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. I can see it in my mind's eye where the kind of hook, where the hook was and the tear. You were that's just crazy, man. Everything had to go right. How long? How long was? Yeah, he said it. He said
right
it jumped
in front of the
boat.
Yeah, like jumped and kind of tail walked right in front of the boat. It was. Ugh, I don't know.
It's ingrained in your brain forever, man. Wow.
It is. The sound, seeing it, everything is just
what? Let me ask you this. What have you ever thought? Let's say you lost it right there. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What would you have thought?
What do you come in and say, dude? I lost at 12 in New
What do you
York.
say?
Yeah, would you have said it was like a 10? Like if you lost it and it jumped off, like Travis said, when you said that was my double digit for sure.
I would have said, because I like I said, I couldn't really judge it. I'd have probably said like an 8 to 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I've never held a fish that big.
How long was it?
It was 25 inches long.
Okay.
And it had a 21-inch girth.
Yeah, it was a fat fish because I caught a 25-incher in Florida, but it was thinned out. It wasn't, that's why I didn't have the weight it should have had because it was a
What did
long.
it go for?
I mean, I don't know. Didn't have a scale. Just had a bump board, man. So didn't care.
Okay.
It was the biggest fish of my life, man. Caught it on a top water too, which was really cool.
Nice.
An old a Bango lure spintail, man. So yeah, Bagley.
Like
Brian said. and the fight, dude. Like when that fish came in the boat, in the net, it's awe-inspiring. Like I'd never seen a fish that big in a net. The only time I netted a fish for my partner Scooter in a tournament, he caught a frogfish that ended up being a 9.33. I swore it was 10, and I mean it was almost there, right? But I can't imagine a 12.35. That's 20% bigger than anything I've seen. That's massive. So it was the girth really that gave that fish that extra weight, and that fish wasn't spawning, right?
No. So when DEC came and did the weight and everything, they had checked that fish and they said it was done. Now, if you look at the pictures, there's still some, she still had like a sore on the bottom side of her tail.
Yeah.
But they said, well, they can have that for up to even a couple weeks after.
Oh, wow.
After spawning. So
can you imagine she dropped a pound of eggs? I mean, like that's a 13.35. That's just mind blowing. That's a Texas fish.
It's a teener. Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. What? Oh, did they estimate the age of the fish?
So they were working on it. I haven't heard anything back yet. So
did they have a guess for you? A mad guess at the? No, they won't. They won't even try.
And I've heard everything, talking to other guys that were in the tournament and guys that have been fishing their whole lives. I've heard everything from 15 to 20 plus.
Wow.
So I'm interested to see what they come back with. They took a couple scales. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at your hand. I mean, you couldn't fit your whole hand around that freaking tail.
I mean, I grabbed that tail and my hand was still like,
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's cool. That's crazy. Congrats, man. That's a fish of a lifetime, man.
Well, I think we're going to definitely love to hear about what happened afterwards. Like, I want to know, is there a scale handy right away? When you saw the weight? We'll get into all that on Bass Talk Live.
Will you stick around for that, Eric?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's tonight, right?
Yeah, it's literally right after this. It's at 9:30 in 20 minutes.
Special edition. I'll be here, man. That'd be cool.
That's the link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we'll text it to me. We'll have Len and Jim on as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, can you text it to me? That'd be outstanding, man. I'd love to be on. I appreciate the invite, man.
Hey, Travis, thanks for getting us on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last August was my first trip to the St. Lawrence,
Uh-huh.
and I got on a spot, and we didn't realize that you guys were fishing. I think it's Toyota Series.
Okay, sure.
There was a tournament you were fishing out. I'm not going to give the spot away. I'll just say it was off the tip of an island.
Uh-huh.
And you were, I think you were in the running.
Yeah.
Did you notice him because of the shorts?
The boots
and the boots.
Shorts and boots.
It was the shorts and the boots. Yeah. But you rolled right in there, man, and you communicated with everybody. You were cool as a cucumber. So always remember that about you, man. That was cool. Because I know some guys would have probably went in there and been like, "Hey, I'm fishing a tournament," like, you know.
Right.
But you were cool about it. So
interesting. All right, cool. Don't even remember. I was so focused.
It's the first time you like had
laser focused, man.
A normal interaction with another human being.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Isn't that what the magnetic deal is?
No.
Yeah, off the tip of that island.
No,
it is.
the triangle's way offshore.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was off the tip of that island.
He was.
Wait, is there like a Bermuda Triangle thing up there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is there really?
Oh,
a lot of. Yeah.
Where is it?
It's.
You said you fish in it all the time, and that your graph shut off, and that you lose
we were
track
10
of
miles
time,
away from it,
and that you make
night.
a 5-minute run, and then all of a sudden it's 4 hours later when you get there. You literally have said all this.
I have.
Well, I mean,
I would not have gone on it last night with you
If
in
we
that
were in it?
area. No,
he wouldn't risk it.
you don't go there after.
So
dark.
what could have happened?
Nothing.
I mean, I had the literal shape of the LBS 34 on my back.
I know.
Yeah, you would have definitely fallen out if you were in the triangle instead of almost falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could have been lights out for you, Panger. We would have had to do the BTL memorial service tonight. Just think about it, man. You almost bit the bullet last night, and I almost bit the bullet May 23rd, bro. What's the odds?
Good Lord.
Man.
I should have left my Sasquatch thing on the wall. I would write it home, man.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
What's your thoughts on are you believe in Bigfoot?
Dude, absolutely. He is out there, man.
Do you here's a theory. So I really come to the conclusion, like, is it possible that he could be interdimensional, where he kind of comes in this reality and out?
I have that one.
I think that's
1,000%.
yeah.
See, I think they're just savvy.
No, they're not savvy. You would see,
They're
you
savvy.
would see a dead body. No.
Yeah. I think they're savvy.
All right,
I think I've seen a dead body, and I think that the government is covering up the dead bodies.
I'll give you a real quick.
They always do.
Because I don't want to suck up too much time.
Are you on? You're on my Len. You're on my wavelength on that.
Yeah.
Oh, suck up as much time as you want, man. This is what the show's all about, man. Half fiction, half nonsense. Let's go.
So I never believed the whole interdimensional thing until I watched a documentary, and they were talking about, I think it was, I don't remember if it was Da Vinci, but it was one of the old painters back in the day, man. He made this painting. It was called The Final Judgment. Okay. And in this painting, it's depicting like Christ coming back and passing final judgment on the world. Well, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the picture, there's a cave, and inside that cave are these large, like hairy-looking beasts.
Really?
And those are the Nephilim, and the Nephilim were they were like condemned because it was angels who were having offspring with humans, and they came out like freakish looking, but they were still a divine creature, right? So that kind of pointed a lot of arrows towards the whole interdimensional thing for me.
Okay. That's awesome, man.
Well,
hey, that's crazy, man. Do you think Live Scope could help with the search for interdimensional beings and aquatic ones? I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Yeah.
So Native Americans had a very close relationship with Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yetis, and
And how do you know this?
Well,
that you heard.
Okay.
Did you talk to Will about it? No, I just want to know, where'd you hear it? Did you talk to a Native American, or did you read it or YouTube it? What's your source?
What's my source?
Well, he told us about the documentary you watched. What did you do?
Another documentary problem.
I just
There you
wanted
go.
to know. Thank you.
There you
That's
go,
a good
Charles.
setup. I just thought maybe you talked to somebody.
All right, guys, in less than 20 minutes, we'll be over on Bass Talk Live. I hope all the audience here joins us. We're going to be talking with Len, Jim. I guess Eric's going to be joining us. And
That's right.
Here's what I want to do. I want to do a like I've never really gone into how you started Smallmouth Crush and ended up like hooked up with Epic Eric and how the hell you guys met and that whole thing. Like I have absolutely no idea. And I mean, I talk to you on a regular basis, and Epic Eric talks to me on the phone all the time. I've got a Bass Lab sticker on the boat, like all sorts of stuff.
We get into all that.
And then we'll get in with Len. So I want Len, you're good to come on because I want to get your take on like the reaction of everybody when they saw this thing, what the ramp was like, what the post thing was like. Jim, I want to talk to you about like the process and the DNR and getting this thing officially like what do you call it? Like officially licensed fish, like officially licensed gear.
Certified, yeah.
Certified the whole 9 yards. That's what we're going to get into over on BTL.
So. All right, so show starts at 9:30. You guys want to be available around what, 9:50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come on too if you guys want to hang out while we hear.
Oh, sure.
Well, let's have them on for the first half. Let's have Len and Jim on for the first half. We can let them go to bed because Jim obviously has a young kid.
Or you can hang out. It's up to you guys.
Or you guys can stay on the whole time. But then I want to know the odd couple story.
Perfect.
All right.
If you guys like,
we are an odd couple, man. Just like you guys.
Yeah, there you go. And then there'll be an award ceremony, a special award ceremony that I've prepared for this evening.
Okay.
There's an award ceremony.
Yeah, I didn't announce. It's not on the show. It's not on the show notes because we always organize the show beforehand. Travis and I spend a lot of time talking about the show notes, right?
So we're downstairs, and Travis is like. Travis has like 7,000 packs of those drop minnows. Like I'm not exaggerating. There is a card table 15 packs high of every color of drop minnow that has ever been thought about being made.
Did you get a package?
I just sent you the link for the show, Eric. And,
thank you. Yeah, I got it.
And he goes, kind of Eeyore-ish, well, I guess we should probably do this. And just freaking rolls upstairs.
I was trying to get my tackle organized.
Your tackle's organized, trust me.
Shit.
Perennially.
Tackle's very organized.
Yeah, so is Jim.
Nice.
Yeah, for the most part. But I have like my junk drawer in the boat too, so it's not 100%.
You have a junk drawer? Ooh.
Like I call it a junk drawer, but it's a small tote, man. That's totally disheveled.
I got it.
Nice.
Yeah, we room together a lot, almost every time we go away, and I'll keep looking out the window. Jim's at his boat and flashlight on. I'm like, man, is this dude gonna come to bed?
Oh yeah.
Go outside. I'm like, yo, Jim, you almost finished? Yeah, I'll be up. I'm like, all right, cool. 45 minutes later, go back down. Then he's messing with his boat. I'm like, holy
man.
Never ending.
Wow.
Love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys shortly.
Thanks, Travis.
All right.
Thanks,
no problem.
Eric and Pam.
Absolutely.
All
right. Nice to meet you.
We'll see you.
Yeah, you too.
Very good, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, cool story.
All right.
Cool story. And Panger, just for the record, they didn't catch him on any of the baits you said you only needed.
No, he's talking about the shaky.
Oh, I gotcha.
No, I was talking about just in general.
Oh,
in general.
In general now in life, I think you need a minnow.
No, we heard it. I don't want to hear it.
A drop shot, and a jerk.
And a June bug crankbait. All right, guys, listen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, until next time, we'll see you on the water. We'll see you at BTL in 15 minutes.
Boom.
We're going to take a break. I need a break. I got to pee.
Okay.
TMI, dude. TMI.
See you guys. See you.
Thanks,
guys. We'll end this bitch.